Married at First Sight Australia, season 13, episode 12. We got the most problematic, chaotic, mean-spirited dinner party of all time. Let's talk about it. Married at First Sight Australia, Kylie Minogue, Hugh Jackman, Iggy Azalea. We got singles whose dating life's been a failure. Let's meet them. We got Rachel, we got Steven, we got Alissa, David, Julia. We got Chris and Grace and Juliet. Another Chris and Rachel, Gia. We got Becca, Rebecca, Philip and Stella, Brooke, Mella, Luke, Joel. Who else do we got? Steve. Danny and Scott. The drama's a lot, but there's love to be found. Stephanie Tyson, we holding it down. Bounce. This the recap. Grab a drink, get a savory or a sweet snack, and sit back as we unpack what happened, like back to back. Let's go, bro. So going into this dinner party, we got two couples who are in the trenches, Rebecca and Steve. They are in two separate apartments. The whole beef between these two boils down to the fact that Rebecca is confident, fun, energetic, and even though she's like 51, she still wants to get them cheeks clapped on a regular. And Steve's just boring. And then we got Chris and Brooke. Now, remember how Steve accused Rebecca of being on the show for the wrong reasons? Well, Brooke is the one who's here for the wrong reasons. I don't think she ever saw herself ending up with Chris. I don't think so. I don't think the image of them walking off into the sunset ever crossed her mind. And I think she was just looking for an excuse to dip. And she found it when she watched his audition tapes. So, in the last episode, out of nowhere, she packed her bags off camera, caught a flight to the Gold Coast, and left the experiment. And Chris, man, he's so broken up about it. He's trying to be chill about it, you know what I'm saying? And he's taking accountability for the dumb things he said and, pushing her away. But yo, you can see it in his eyes, bro. You can see just how sad he is. And I just want to give him a hug and be like, yo, it's okay, bro. You're low-key dodging a bullet, okay? She is the worst. Alright, so dinner party, baby. The first couple to arrive is Gia and Scott. And hey, say what you will about these two, but they look banging. Gia's rocking like a purple glittery thing. The puppies on deck. Scott's got like a white suit situation going on with the black tee, gold chain. Big smiles, big energy. They do up the drinks. The experts are watching them like, hey, they look so relaxed and happy. Next couple to rock up is Rach and Steve-O. They're holding hands, good vibes. Steve looks fresh, man, suited and booted. And Rach got this black dress on, super elegant. The opposite of Gia's, right? Because Gia's is like down here, so you got like, and Rach's dress is like up here. They do up the hugs. And yo, shout out to Rachel, because she's done a good job of not being caught up in any of the drama. She pretty much gets along with all the ladies. But personally, and this might be a hot take, but personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Rachel, okay? I still haven't forgiven her for the way she reacted on her honeymoon with Steve. If you haven't seen that episode, it was basically Steve making a joke. After she told him she's a huge football fan and she goes to all the games, Steve was like, oh, I bet you're super loud and crazy at those games. And he did like a rubbish impression of a loud, sweary person at a football game. And she switched. Don't portray me to be something I'm not. It's hurting my feelings. She broke down crying. She was crying in front of him. She was crying to the camera. She walked off and needed time to cool off and get over the hurt. And it was just weird because it was not that deep. The joke Steve made was not offensive. Okay, it was a little lame, okay, a little awkward, but it wasn't offensive. In fact, the only offensive thing about that joke is Steve started off the joke by saying, don't take this the wrong way, but it's not something you see often with females. Yo, I feel like if I was dating Rachel, I would have to walk on eggshells the whole time, okay? Because I'm like, yo, what joke can I make that won't offend her? Like, what joke, what phrasing do I have to use? But maybe it's just me, okay? So, Rachel tells Gia and Scott about the kiss that her and Steve shared the previous night. And she's super giddy, like jumping up and down like, hey, my husband kissed me. My husband kissed me last night. She's like a giddy schoolgirl, man. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is the problem with Rachel. Because imagine running into someone who's super loud and bubbly and, huge laugh, and she's celebrating her and her husband making out. You'd feel comfortable around that person, right? You'd feel comfortable enough to like crack some jokes, But then you get hit with that hurt my feelings. It's not funny. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I get major victim vibes from Rachel. Like, tell me I'm not crazy. Like, do you guys get that vibe or am I just tripping? Moving on. The next couple to grace us with their presence is Danny and Bec. Bec's all glammed up, glittery. Danny got his shirt on, top buttons unbuttoned. You're seeing a little bit of the chest tattoos and that. Everybody hugs it out. And Gia's being a little too friendly with Bec. Okay. We are 12 episodes in, and in all the previous episodes, she hasn't had a single nice thing to say about Bec. But now it's like, hey, let's squash the beef. Us girls gotta stick together. It's a little bit too convenient. It's a bit convenient that this friendliness is only popping up now that Brooke is gone, and Gia doesn't really have any allies. I'm just saying. And Bec, instead of seeing through it, is like, yay, let's squash it. We're besties now. Next couple to rock up is Luke and Mel, and they're holding hands. They seem happy. The experts are watching the live feed like, hey, they seem so happy. They've turned it around. The other couples are like, oh my God, Mel and Luke, you guys are making it work. Shout out to you. Now, I don't want to poop on their parade, okay, but I still don't like Mel. I don't. I do not trust her. Remember that episode when she stood in front of the ladies and straight up lied, okay? She lied about how malicious Luke was being and how he was the bad guy. There was no green flags. Do you remember how convincing she was? Apart from Stella, the whole group believed her. And Stella was made out to be the bad guy because she wasn't being a girl's girl and supporting Mel. Stella had to apologize, bro. And the next day, at the commitment ceremony, what happened? She got exposed, bro. Like it was all lies. Luke was just over here trying and being nice to her, and she was checked out because she asked for Bradley Cooper and she didn't get Bradley Cooper. So I know how convincing she can be when she's putting on an act, okay? And this whole thing, I had to change her heart, it just feels like another act to me. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. For Luke's sake, I hope I'm wrong. Hey, even if I'm not wrong, okay, I hope she keeps up the act long enough so at least my man can get some. Next up is Rebecca. She rocks up solo, but she looks amazing. Like, let's go, Becca. White dress on, Marilyn Monroe vibes. The girls on deck. She gets her drink on and she opens up about her and Steve. And she's fighting back the tears, man. It's sad because she came on the show looking for love. And Steve, on paper, he was that guy. But apparently it was all a front, so... Now, Gia and Bec, okay, they're besties now, remember? So they're chatting about who they don't like. And it's not just Stella. Nah, it's Alissa as well. And they're like, she's the fakest chick in here. And I'm just confused, okay? Because I have not missed an episode. Alissa's had no personal beef with Bec or Gia. She's not said anything bad about them. She seems super friendly and vibey with all the ladies. I don't understand where the beef is coming from. I mean, I know Brooke and Gia kind of went at her for only having, good things to say about her relationship with David, but surely that's not enough to not like someone, I don't get it. Now, obviously, I am defending Alissa, and if I was at this dinner party, I'll be team Alissa, team Stella, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, and I can say this because this is a safe space, right? But I get weird vibes from Alissa, bro. Like, I can't put my finger on it. There's something about the way she talks, the look in her eyes, her energy. It reminds me of a few toxic girls I've known back in the day. I mean, David seems happy. He seems happy. They're good. She hasn't done or said anything left field. It's just, I don't know. It's just something feels off. But maybe I'm bugging. Let me know if you also get, weird vibes from Alissa, man. I just feel like we need to keep an eye on her. Speaking of David and Alissa, they are the next couple to rock up, looking fire. Chocolate and vanilla swirling it up in the building. Then we got Stella and Philip also looking fire. Stella's in white looking like milk. Still the strongest couple in the experiment. Although, having said that, they haven't really had any bumps, any arguments, disagreements, and you can't really judge the strength of a relationship when it hasn't been tested. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've been in a long-term relationship, you know exactly what I'm talking about, man. You know what it's like when you get, that one dude who's only been with their partner for a month and he's trying to give you relationship advice, and it's like, bro, come to me when you've been through the trenches, okay? When you've been through hell and back and you've made it back stronger than before, then you can come to me and give me advice. Next up, we got our boy Chris. My man's in the car alone, and he's a little angry at Brooke, understandably. He's like, yo, she gets to be on a beach, chilling, while I'm here having to go through with his dinner party. It's not fair. He gets dropped off, and he doesn't want to be there, man. He goes, nah, I'm not going in. And we get to see, like, behind the scenes where he just breaks down. He's crying, like, genuine tears. Not in, like, a fake dramatic reality TV way. Nah, it's like he goes into this little room to get away from the cameras. He's still mic'd up so we can hear him. And it's just like having one of your homies who are not used to being vulnerable, like having him break down. He feels defeated. He's sad. And like you can hear one of the crew talking to him, sympathizing with him and giving him a shoulder to cry on. And it kind of highlights how as men we get conditioned to not show vulnerability and we're supposed to be tough all the time and suppress our emotions. I don't think Chris would feel comfortable going up to Danny or Scott or David and them and breaking down, crying and being vulnerable and telling them, hey, I was falling for her. I thought she was the one and she just left and I feel rejected. I feel guilty. I feel heartbroken. Because, he'd feel like he's being judged or viewed as less of a man. And it's not just how other men would react. There's also women out there, women like Brooke, okay, who they say they want a man to be vulnerable and open up. But when he does show that side, they think it's not masculine. I mean, we just saw it, a few episodes ago with Mel and Luke. When he opened up about how he was feeling, she said it gave her the ick. Yeah, it's crazy. Back at the pre-drinks, older Steve rocks up and is putting on a brave face. Everything's good, He's moving like a politician. He mingles with everybody and Rebecca's at the other side of the room, fuming. When Steve makes his way to her, she switches at him like, yo, you're my husband. You should be here with me and you're just here blanking me and kicking you with everybody else. And Steve's just like, she's too much for me. During the dinner party, Chris walks in, having been talked off the ledge by the producers, and everybody's like, "Way, Chris, what's up, man?" And he's doing a good job of just trying to play it cool. And the drinks are flowing, the conversations are conversating, and then out of nowhere, Brooke arrives. Yeah. Like, hey, what's up, guys? And everyone's like, oh my God, Brooke. Gia is buzzing. Like, are you kidding me, babe? And look at Chris's reaction, bro. He's so happy to see her, man. I guess in this moment, he thinks she's had a change of heart. Like she's here to give things a go. Like he's still being optimistic. But nah. It gets obvious pretty quickly that she's not here for Chris. If there's still any Brooke fans in the house, this is the episode that will break your hearts. Cause, she goes on a full villain arc. And not in like a fun housewives or whatever way. Nah, she's just mean, unlikable, annoying, irredeemable, vicious. And she takes pleasure in it. Like, she's loving it. I think in her mind, she thinks she's coming across as edgy and cool and like a boss chick. But really, she's just coming across as a horrible human being. She makes fun of Stella, mocking her, going, oh, I'm so deep. I'm so deep. I don't think you're deep. I just think you're dumb. Gia is cracking up, encouraging her. They are heckling and making mean comments. It's just non-stop, back-to-back insults, disses, mocking. And the whole time, Stella's trying to ignore him and keep calm. But it all gets to be a bit too much. And she goes, you are a very rude chick. Bec joins in and they're laughing and being cruel. At one point, Brooke yells at Alissa going, shut up, you wretched idiot. Bec and Gia are backing up Brooke. And the three of them are just being disgusting. Like, it's unbelievably mean. At one point, it gets too much for Stella. She gets up and walks out. And Brooke goes, take off those stripper boots, babe. And here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. I love a bit of drama, okay? But this just went on and on, laying into Stella and Alissa over and over again. And it wasn't like funny drama. It was just unpleasant to watch. And I don't understand why everyone was just sitting there uncomfortably watching it play out. Like, why are we sitting here scared of some skinny model chick? Why are we watching Stella and Alissa get bullied repeatedly? I promise you, if I was sitting at that dinner table, the next day, all the Married at First Sight thumbnails would be Brooke's face yelling and my face yelling. I would not take the moral high ground, man. I would cuss her out. It would be like a string of beeps. It would be like, beep you and your mama, you beeping piece of beep, and your beeping beeped in high school beep. No wonder everybody you've ever dated has cheated on you. You beeping beep. But yeah, everyone's just letting it happen. They're just letting it happen. The closest we get to someone clapping back is Danny. Danny tells her to zip it, but she switches at him. And she tells him, hey, I know what you said on the weekend when we went out for drinks. Don't let me expose you, okay? Ooh. Gia's like, nah, Brooke, let's not go there. But Bec's like, I want to know what he said. The curiosity gets the better of her. She's like, I want to know what he said. And Gia drops the bomb, okay? Apparently, when they went out for drinks, Danny told Gia that he is feeling her. And out in the real world, she's exactly the kind of girl he would go for. Ooh. Bec looks super hurt. And like all those insecurities are like bubbling up to the surface. And I want to feel sorry for Bec. I want to feel sorry for her. But like she did this to herself. She's so desperate to fit in that she aligned herself with Brooke and Gia and somehow didn't expect it to backfire. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Bec goes over to Danny and confronts him. And he goes, I never said that. But Gia stands on business like, yeah, you did. I've got messages between me and Brooke talking about it. Why would I make that up? Danny's like, I never said that. Now, here's the thing. I know we're not big fans of Gia right now, but I can see Danny saying something like that. Like, not those exact words, but like I can see him on a night out, you know, he's drunk, Gia's dressed, you know, dressed the way she dresses, them things are thinging. I can see him slipping up and complimenting her, maybe crossing the line a little bit. Like, I can see it, you know what I mean? So now Bec's outside crying. Danny's like, I don't know if I want to be with someone who doesn't trust me. Alissa's crying, her face is all red. Yo, it was the messiest, most unpleasant episode this season. Like, I finished watching it like, yo, what did I just watch? And I can't wait for the next episode so the experts can lay into Brooke, Gia, and Bec. For real. Hey, yo, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give the video a like because it really helps with the algorithm-y stuff. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Till next time, you take care of yourself, fam, because I love you.